England's most memorable moments in the Caribbean. England will begin their three-test series against West Indies and Barbados on January 23 as Joe Root's side look to continue recent good form. From impromptu game of tennis that had a painful end for Nasser Hussain in 1990 to unplayable pitches, Sportsmail's experts share their memories of the Caribbean. 1990, Windies 1-1. I had just come out of Durham University and having been brought up on a diet of 50 blackwashes. I found myself as part of Graham Gooch's New England suddenly fielding at short leg watching Haynes, Greenidge and Richards come out to bat. It was like, really, am I here? We came so close to winning the series. I ended up batting in the last two tests with a broken wrist I suffered playing tennis. 1994, Windies 1-3-1. I spent the whole series on the sidelines and I was horribly out of nick, but after we were bowled out for 46 in Trinidad I thought I might get a game. That day I remember walking round the ground to get a roti, type of flatbread, when we started our innings, and by the time I got back we were 21 for 4. Then my old mate Mike Atherton told me they were sticking with the same batting lineup in Barbados and it was the only time in my life I lost it with him. But Athers got it right. We won in Barbados and Alex Stewart made 2 magnificent centuries. 1998, Windies 3-1. Bit of a chaotic feel to the whole tour? The Jamaican pitch looked like corrugated iron. There was huge panic in our dressing room as wickets started tumbling before they called the whole thing off. By the end of the series Atherton had had enough and it was quite emotional in the dressing room when he called it a day. That final game in Antigua was also notable for being the one time in my career someone ran me out rather than it being the other way round. Step forward Graham Thorpe. 2004, England 1-3-0. I was on my last legs by then but I was determined to enjoy myself against a completely different West Indies. What I didn't realize was that in Tino Best and Fidel Edwards West Indies still had 2 rapid bowlers. I found myself back at short leg again, so I had a great view of the 2005 Ashes winning attack taking shape. Even Brian Lara was hopping around and for once England blew West Indies away. It wasn't the West Indies that the likes of Gooch, Botham and Gower had to play against. They were perhaps the best cricket team of all time, but it was great to be part of. David Bumble Lloyd relives the 98 tour. 3 words, Walsh, Ambrose, Lara. We were up against true greats. West Indies had a really good side but 2 you may not remember were openers Philo Wallace and Clayton Lambert. I went to Pakistan armed with a camcorder to spy on them ahead of the tour. I didn't think they would give us any trouble, but they got the job done. Really, we should have won 3-1. There was the debacle of the abandonment in Jamaica and we all uprooted and played an extra match in Trinidad. I had to work hard to get Angus Fraser on the tour but he was brilliant there with the ball we used that was bought from a sports shop in Cardiff. We should have won both games in Trinidad but came away 1-1, and that was the key. We got done in Guyana on a filthy pitch and finished in Antigua where we were comfortably drawing the game until a run out after tea between our own Nasser Hussain and Graham Thorpe. Walsh and Ambrose had been wearing plimsolls in the field thinking they wouldn't bowl but they ran off to get their boots with the scent of blood in their nostrils. We lost 7 wickets after tea. Calypso. It ended on a sad note with the resignation of Mike Atherton as captain. The lad had been really suffering with his back which was making him frustrated and he couldn't do what he wanted. One great memory from off the pitch, we were invited onto John Paul Getty's yacht on a day off. They had these jet skis and Marquis Alham promptly rode one straight into the rocks. The bloody thing sank. Not that they minded. They just said, "Don't worry, we'll get another one." A really memorable day.